Welcome back to Mastering Money on Money Radio, where financial success is not only possible, but highly attainable. I'm Sinclair Noe. Today is Monday, and Steve is taking a quick break, but our bench is deep. Stepping in for Steve, one of the nation's leading precious metals experts, Mr. Nick Grovich, with American Federal Coin and Bullion, a published author, also a familiar voice here on Money Radio, host of Good as Gold every Thursday afternoon in the 1 o'clock hour. Nick, good afternoon. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to be here.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Last week I looked around. All of a sudden, silver's at about $16 an ounce.
Right.
Gold was knocking on $1,200.
Right.
I'm thinking, what's going on here?
Platinum's up over $1,000.
Still less than gold, though.
Still less than gold.
Which is
better.
Unusual.
It's unusual. It's been like that for a couple of years now, but one of these days it goes back to the normal premium. I mean, platinum really should be $1,400, $1,500 an ounce right now.
I'm starting to think, and I don't know, I really don't, but I'm starting to think that there's some bottoming process going on in the metals. And there's a couple of reasons why I'm thinking that. Partly it's because we've started to see some earnings reports coming in, and we're hearing some reports like Glencore shutting down mines, big mining operation.
Right.
A name that a lot of folks here in Arizona are familiar with, Freeport-McMoRan.
Right.
Based out of Phoenix. They reported earnings last week and also announced they were having operations at Sierrita mine in Arizona, which is mainly copper and molybdenum. But I'm sure there's probably a little gold or silver that they pull out of there as well.
Yeah, they usually have some byproducts.
But if all this is going on in mining, everywhere I'm seeing these mining companies are cutting back their operations or closing down operations.
That's true.
And we talked about there was a mine in South Africa that was shutting down platinum, I believe it was.
Right. And now the third largest mine in South Africa, Lonmin, I think that's how you say it, they're actually on the brink of being closed down permanently. They're trying to raise $400 million with another stock offering. They did the same thing 3 years ago. They raised $817 million, and they've blown through that in 3 years. And, of course, the South African government doesn't want them to close down. But when you realize those three mines are 80% of the are responsible for 80% of the platinum, you throw one of those mines out of business, that could be pretty detrimental to platinum production.
Just looking at supply and demand, I start thinking that there is a bit of a bottom being formed in the market.
It seems like it.
Now, that said, it could still go lower. I don't know. You don't know. If we knew that, we could be in the next Back to the Future movie.
Yeah. Wasn't that yesterday? Wasn't yesterday the day or the day before?
Last week, yeah. So that would be great if we actually knew, but we don't. But still, it's some basic supply and demand stuff going on here.
Right. I mean, as the mines cut back and shut down, it almost creates a shortage. Less product coming on the market, and prices generally have to go back up. I mean, whether it's gold, platinum, copper, doesn't really matter what it is, but it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It gets so cheap that they can't mine it. They stop mining or cut back. It almost creates the higher prices just by cutting back on production.
Yeah, there's going to be some shortages popping up, I would think.
Right.
But these cycles happen from time to time. What does it really mean for somebody who is thinking about adding some precious metals to their portfolio or selling precious metals from their portfolio?
Well, selling, they're getting a little bit better pricing still. We've talked about the high premiums on platinum and silver coins and bars. The premiums have come back down a little bit, but they're still higher than normal. So if you're selling, you're getting a little bit more. So in essence, it's telling you the price is really higher than what the spot price is because you're getting paid well over the spot price right now.
Okay.
It's interesting. Silver eagles are somewhat available right now. Some of the platinum items are available, but it seems like the mint's just catching up just about the same time they're getting ready to close down operations for 2015. and then get started making coins for 2016. So we have maybe a month window here where we're going to have coins, and then we're going to be back into a shortage situation again, just from the mint, much less the producers.
So if somebody is thinking about a newly minted U.S. coin, now probably is a good time.
Yeah, now maybe between now and mid-November is probably a good time, because I think we're going to see shortages again come mid-November to December.
Okay.
They start shutting down the 2015 mintages. They have a certain number. They close down. They start getting ready to make next year's issues. They usually start that in December. So, almost every year we go through this, there's a shortage for a month or two. But there's going to be a shortage on top of a shortage this year. We're going into it already short silver. They're already backlogged on silver. So if they close down, it's just going to make things worse. So if people are looking to add to it, I don't know that I'd worry so much about silver dropping 20 cents or 30 cents. I would just buy it while it's available.
This is something that happens from time to time. These are fairly common occurrences.
They are.
The mint is open, they're printing, they have a little bit available, and before you turn around, they're all scooped up.
Yeah, it disappears very quickly. They only allot so much to each of their suppliers. They only allot a certain amount to each one, and when that's gone, then we're back in the open market bidding on the available supply, and that's why the premiums go up. The people who have something they haven't sold, they start marking it up, and the premiums go higher.
What coins are you seeing now that you think look like a good deal?
I like the Silver Eagles. We're still paying a little bit higher than normal premium, but it's not. It's a few weeks ago we were paying $6 and $7 over spot, so that's come down. That's dropped in half, so that's a lot better than it's been. The 90% silver, the old silver quarters, dimes, and halves, same thing. Those were going for $6 and $7 over spot. So, spot was $15. You were paying $22 an ounce for it. That's pretty expensive. That's dropped in half too. That premium's dropped in half. So those are really good buys right now. The only thing I'd stay away from are the Morgan dollars and peace dollars. Right now you're paying $25 to $30 for those, and they only have $12 worth of silver in them. So there's a trade I've had quite a few clients make. You can trade silver dollars, just old circulated silver dollars, and you can almost double the amount of silver you have by trading those, getting that extra premium, and just buying silver bullion like 1 ounce rounds or silver eagles even. So you could actually double the amount of silver you have playing that premium. So it's a pretty good deal right now.
See, now this is why I like talking to you, Nick. Good stuff right there. Stick around. We've got more to talk about with Nick Grovich from American Federal Rare Coin and Bullion. Nick's website, AmericanFederal.com. AmericanFederal.com. Phone number 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com. More with Nick Grovich in just a moment. Welcome back to Mastering Money, heard every weekday right here on Money Radio, right after business for breakfast from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. You can also download the Mastering Money app and find us on iTunes. In case you're just joining us, I'm Sinclair Noe. You're listening to a special Monday edition of Mastering Money. Steve George will be back with us in a few minutes. In studio with me now is published author, one of the nation's leading precious metals experts, Nick Grovich, from American Federal Rare Coin and Bullion, offices located in Carefree, Arizona.
Carefree.
Right up there on Easy Street.
Corner of Easy Street and Lucky Lane. And it's real. It's for real.
Yeah, I know it's real. That's how the names are up in Carefree.
Right.
AmericanFederal.com is the website. AmericanFederal.com. Nick, you were just telling me about this trade between Morgan dollars, right. Silver dollars, or peace dollars.
Or peace dollars, right.
And the newly minted eagles.
The newly minted eagles or any silver rounds, just, silver bullion. One thing we like to watch is the premiums. That premium is, a lot of people don't understand premium. That's the amount that you pay or you get over and above the value of the silver in the coin. Mm-hmm. And what you'll find with certain coins, especially silver dollars, when silver is low, they tend to have a higher premium. And I can't tell you exactly why, except that the dealers love selling them because it's kind of a high profit item. So right now, if you call a lot of dealers and say, oh, we'll buy silver dollars for $25 or $30, and you're getting $12 worth of silver. But yet when silver goes up, when silver was $50 an ounce, the coins trade for their silver value. So at $50 an ounce, you're lucky to get $35 or $36 for a silver dollar.
And there's just really not that much silver in the old Morgans and peace dollars.
No, when they're brand new, there's 3/4 of an ounce in them. And, you see some of these coins are worn down. There's probably half of that in the coin. Because they get pretty worn, they get pretty beat up.
Yeah, they do. I've seen some. I think I've had some at different points.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. They're very popular. But so you look at I look at that and I think, well, okay, today an average silver dollar is worth roughly. I mean, they can be different than this, but they're running roughly $20 a coin for under $12 worth of silver. So the idea is you're getting what's that, about an 80% premium for your silver dollar. You can get $20. Let's say you get $20 a coin for your silver dollars. You can turn around and buy what's that, a little more than an ounce and a half of silver with that. So if you have 1,000 coins, you can end up with 1,500 ounces of silver instead of 1,000 ounces of silver. So you can, just by trading that premium, you can. I'd have to work the numbers out, but you can come pretty darn close to doubling the amount of silver you own. Then if silver does go back to $30 or $50 an ounce, you're going to make a lot more money because you're making, so many dollars an ounce profit on each ounce of silver instead of on the silver dollars, which are a 1/4 ounce. And then on top of it, if you lose that 80% premium, so if silver went to $50, you'd be lucky if you doubled your money on a silver dollar. Or if you just had an ounce of silver, a silver eagle or a silver 1 ounce round, you'd be tripling your money.
I like this move. Very
and so
clever.
It's one of those things, when the markets are low or stagnant like they've been, we have to look for different ways to make money and try and help people out. And this is just one way that you can increase the amount of silver that you own without really spending any money.
Now, let's talk about platinum. You mentioned earlier that some of the platinum mines are starting to close down, and platinum has moved up over $1,000 an ounce now.
Right.
What do you like in the way of platinum?
I love platinum eagles, but they're so darn hard to find. So right now we're selling a lot of the Canadian maple leaf platinum. They're the 1 ounce platinum coins from Canada. The platinum bars, there's nothing wrong with the platinum bars. Engelhard makes them. Credit Suisse makes those. And then there's a variety of different coins from Australia also. So almost any of those works. I love the platinum eagles, but a couple of years ago when I really started pushing platinum, you could buy the platinum eagles for a very small, here we're back at premium again, very small premiums. The problem today is you're going to pay almost $400 over spot for a platinum eagle.
Really?
So people I sold platinum eagles to when platinum was $1,200 an ounce, many of them are actually making a profit even though platinum's gone down $200. So it's again it's the same thing. I have people trading out of platinum eagles and into platinum bullion, and they're picking up extra platinum.
One of the things we're learning from you is the spot price is not necessarily a sales price.
Right. That's your starting point. That's really your starting point.
Okay.
And even within the bullion market, I'll talk to people and I'll try and guide them towards one item or another. And sometimes you're just splitting hairs, but it really makes a difference when the premiums move.
Now, you also, let's take a look at gold coins. And what do you like or not like in gold coins? Or
we really haven't had much of a shortage in the gold coins. For some reason, the mints kept up. All the world mints have pretty much kept up with demand on the gold coins. So we can buy eagles, we can buy maple leafs. I always like the eagles. They're the most requested coin here in the United States. And they have a couple benefits as far as reporting. When you sell gold eagles, we don't have to report it to the IRS. There's little things like that where the government gives you a little benefit to owning gold eagles rather than Canadian coins or South African coins. So they're available. The premiums are in normal ranges right now. Personally, I just stick with the gold eagles, the 1 ounce or the half ounce coins.
Nick, at the bottom of the hour there, during the news, you were telling me that you're putting together a new booklet, and
Correct.
it's going to be tentatively titled, Are Precious Metals Right for You?
Correct.
What do we need to be thinking about?
Well, the booklet it's just the basics. I get a lot of people who call and say, I'm thinking about getting in, or I just want to put a little money into gold, silver, or platinum. And so this booklet is just the basics, the reasons why you might want to get involved in the precious metals,
Why? Let me ask the question, why?
Well, a lot of people are nervous. I mean, they're nervous about the Fed. They're worried about the dollar. They're worried about government debt. A lot of people, the stock market's doing great all of a sudden, but people are a little concerned about it. Of course, in my business, we always hear the stock market's ready to crash, but I guess that's the company I keep. But
I always hear these tales, of basically gloom and doom.
Right.
Coming from metals dealers.
Right.
But I'm not really expecting gloom and doom. But, you bring up a point. The market's been pretty high. Federal Reserve's going to be doing something, I don't know what.
Right.
So things have been going fairly well. So you're looking at it as a form of insurance?
Exactly. It's just a hedge, a form of insurance. I'd never tell someone to go sell all their stocks and put it in gold. But I get a lot of people say, well, I just want to put a certain percentage, maybe 5% or 10%, or whatever's right for them, and put a little bit in gold, stick it under the mattress for a rainy day or just in case things get bad. And that's a real good reason to buy. It's kind of a diversification, something that's going to move opposite of what the stock market or traditional investments.
And we've talked a lot about price of coins and spot price, bullion price so far, but really the whole idea here is this is something that just maintains value.
Exactly. What we're really talking about is just buying gold, silver, or platinum for the value, or more or less the value of the metal. We're not trying to talk about collectibles or something that has high premiums or is rare or something like that. We're just talking about buying basically bullion items, which is what American Gold Eagles are.
So when you ask that question or pose that question, are precious metals right for you, you're really not getting into the collectibles, the numismatic marketplace.
No. And in fact, in the booklet, we give you examples of which types of coins you should look at. And that changes once in a while, but it's very basic. And, to most people just getting in the market, my recommendation is just keep it simple. Just buy, when I say coins, I'm talking about bullion coins that are based on the price of the underlying metal. So something like an eagle or a maple leaf or a Krugerrand. And we tell you exactly which coins to look for if you're just getting starting to invest. The safest coins, the coins you're going to have the smallest spread between bid and ask. So you're not going to buy something and need it to double overnight to break even.
Yeah, kind of like the difference between somebody going out and buying a car because it provides some good value,
right?
And somebody going out and trying to buy an antique car that you don't really know whether it's going to run or what.
Exactly. It's two completely different things.
Very different marketplaces that you're talking about.
Yeah,
there.
And the rare coins, dealers, we've always thought rare coins and the bullion markets were related, and to a small degree they are, but they're two completely separate markets. And my advice to most people is just keep it real simple. Keep it real simple so that all you really need to know is whether gold's up or down or silver's up or down, and you have an idea what you're sitting on.
So you're going with a fairly conservative, maybe 5, 10, 15% portfolio of metals, depending upon what somebody wants.
Depending on the person and how much they have and what their situation is. I have clients who put 80% of what they have in metals, which is something. That's their decision, but
right.
It's like anything else. If you put everything in one basket, you're taking an awful big risk. But
you'd better watch that basket closely.
Yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble. But to me, to put 5 or 10% in there as a hedge, as an insurance policy, that makes sense to me.
And then you talk about just basic bullion or bullion type coin.
Right. That's right.
Even as we were talking earlier, not even something like a Morgan or Peace dollar in the silver market.
Right. I'd stay away from Morgan and Peace dollars. The problem with the silver dollars is it's easy to buy them. Everybody will sell them to you. But when you go to sell them, they're very hard to resell because they come in all different qualities. And when you go to sell them, there's a different price for each quality of coin. So you have a bag of 1,000 coins. When you go to sell them, we've got to actually sit there and sort through the coins to buy them. So if silver goes to $50, and this is why you lose the premium, silver goes to $50, people want to sell them. Unfortunately, dealers, we have to buy them at what the lowest quality would be. So we're going to figure what's the silver value. That's the liquid value. That's the value we can hedge in the market. We can't hedge that premium. We can't hedge that collector's value.
Nick, I appreciate it that you give it to us straight. It's very important and a little bit rare in the coin and bullion marketplace.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're working on the new booklet, Are Precious Metals Right for You? Is it ready to send out to folks now?
It should be ready in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
If someone wants one, they can call and we'll take their name and send one out when they're ready.
Okay, and I'll look for my copy in the next couple of weeks.
I'll bring it to you.
800-221-7694. 800-221-7694. You can call and ask for a copy of the booklet when it's ready for print.
Right.
And if you'd like to get together and look at some coins, have Nick look at your collection, see what you can do to improve your portfolio. 800-221-7694. The website, AmericanFederal.com. AmericanFederal.com. And be sure and tune in next Thursday for Good as Gold, 1 o'clock, right here on Money Radio. Nick, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Terrific.